Sorry about that. All right, I think we're live. Yeah, I think we are. Sorry about that, guys. It took a little longer to get on. It would not let me, it would not see my camera or do anything that I needed it to do. I think that's just the way things are, right? So welcome to the Bookkeeping Secret Weekly Show. Each week I will be helping you unlock the hidden bookkeeping secrets that you never knew you needed. Today's show, I'm going to be talking about the one thing that you can do right now to ensure that your business is able to pay you. The benefits you're going to discover are less stress about your personal and your business finances, a greater understanding of your business and what it needs to do now and in the future, how to price your services or products so that you can pay yourself. I'm your host, Dawn Marie Clevisall, the Financial Chaos Coordinator, and I am a bookkeeping mentor that helps online coaches and course creators build a solid foundation so that their business, the one that they started in their garage, does not have to stay there. I've been in the bookkeeping and accounting industry for over 15 years. I started my own bookkeeping practice, Stress-Free Tax Season, LLC, in 2007, and started working with clients and owners over the years, helping them with their books. I'm going to check in real quick and just make sure you guys can see me hear me, because that is just how it has been today. So if you cannot hear me, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to keep going. Anyway, it's just the way it is, you guys, seriously. I'm checking Facebook on my phone real quick just to make sure, because I can't check it while I'm actually on with you now. So I think we're going. Let's see, you have sound. Let's go. We do. Yay. Okay, we have sound. Good. I just want to make sure before I went on, because I was trying to record this for you guys, that you had it, because I was supposed to be also in another meeting right now. But anyway, it didn't work. So I'm here live with you guys anyway. Let's see. All right. So I've been in the accounting industry for over 15 years. I started my own bookkeeping practice, Stress-Free Tax Season LLC, back in 2007, back when people weren't really working from home yet. But it was really important to me, like it probably is to you guys starting your business, to have not only the freedom, but the ability to take care of my kids in the way I wanted to. And having my own business really helped with that. And over the years, I've been working with so many business owners, helping them with their bookkeeping, that I've discovered a lot of things. One of them is that whether you are running your business that is bringing in $1 million of revenue, or you're just starting out, there's one key thing that holds people back from growing their business and their company into the company that they dreamed of when they first got started. And that thing is thinking of all of the revenue that comes into the company. The one thing that's keeping them held back is thinking that all of that revenue is their money. So I've worked with business owners where we would launch an entire product line. You'd get, they have to order bottles for their product and labels for their product, and the advertising, we got radio advertising, got people working in the call center selling products as it comes in, and they do this company is making millions and millions of dollars, and as soon as the money hit the bank account, it's the owner's money. And it just isn't a sustainable way to run your business, because you're not leaving anything in those accounts to pay the bills. You're not leaving money in there to pay for those bottles, for the advertising, for any of those things. None of that is happening. But I see that happening on a smaller scale too, when we were just starting out, all the way through having been in business for many years. People are still doing the same thing. When they start their own business, it's really hard to have that separation in your thinking, of not thinking of every dollar that comes in as your money, as this revenue is, you generated it because you're the one running the business, right? And so it's really hard to separate that. But I really want you to, because it's going to make a huge difference. But what does it look like when we are thinking of all the revenue that comes in? I gave you a big example, but what does it look like on a smaller scale? It looks like not having a set payment schedule or pay schedule set up for the owner. It looks like taking more money out of the company accounts than the business can afford. It looks like randomly withdrawing money just because you need it. Maybe one of your other businesses has something going on and they're not generating money yet, revenue yet, so you're going over there and you're taking money out of that company. That's a big no-no because again, it's that thinking that this money all belongs to you. I don't really want you to change that thinking. It also looks like mixing your personal and your business funds. Maybe you still have a bank account that's just running both things in there. In general, it is anytime you're treating the company bank accounts as your own personal piggy bank, when you really don't think of it as money that's separate. It's going to cause a lot of problems. It's going to cause heartaches. It's going to cause issues in your personal finances as well as your business finances. So let me ask you a question. How many of you base your pricing of your services off the amount of money that you think you need to survive? Okay. Now, how many of you base the pricing of your services off of the money that your company needs to survive? Do you hear the difference in the two questions? Do you know what the difference is? In the first question, we're just basing the pricing off of the actual income that you as personally want to make. In the second, we are looking at what does the company need to make so that it can pay you plus pay all of its expenses. If you're running a small business, you're likely focusing on the amount of money you need to make. And I understand why. I understand that, especially if you're coming from having worked for someone else recently, working for your employer, that money that you get is your money when they pay you. So it's something that is kind of a mindset thing that you need to think about, looking at your business in a different way. So again, if you're running a small business, you are likely thinking just about the money that you need, especially if you've recently gotten started and you've recently been working for someone else. And while it's important, I want you to consider that when you're doing your pricing, but you have a lot of other things to consider in your business as well. You really want to be considering, making sure that you're putting away money for taxes out of every single thing you sell needs to be accounting for, I would say 15% off of the gross, so that is going something money you can put away after you sell the product. Paying yourself, that's huge. But expenses that the business is going to have and savings that you need to put away for the business. So those are all things that I want you to think about, really need to go into what you're charging. Therefore, when that money comes into your bank account, you can't take it out, because if you do, then you're shorting all of those other areas of your business, which is why when we get to the end of the year and then we do our taxes, there's no money to pay for the tax bill that comes. And then oftentimes, that tax bill is going to increase as you're making more money. And so when that happens, you feel really deflated. You feel like, oh, why did I do all this if I'm just going to have to pay all these taxes? But if you already have this plan in place where every single thing you make accounts for that taxes, it makes it just part of your business, running the business, and it's not something that's taking money out of your pocket because you haven't been putting that tax money in your pocket. So hopefully that makes sense to those of you who've been running your business, even if you're just starting out. So for the first 10 years of my business, I did the same thing that most people do when they're going into a sales meeting with your prospect. So when you are looking at all the revenue as being your revenue, you're doing the same thing that I did. You go in thinking, okay, I need to make X amount of money from this deal. These are all the things that I'm adding value so that I can make sure that the client's really getting the value out of it. This is how much I need to make. But what we're doing, and what I did, is we're going in thinking about how much we need to personally make. And so we charge for that engagement. But what I've discovered over the years is that this way of pricing is leaving the company without its own substantial income from which to expand. So I would go in, I'd say, oh, I get what I need to make. But not only are you shorting the company, but you're also usually ending up frustrated. You're frustrated because once you walk away from the meeting, you're thinking, oh, I'm not charging, I didn't charge enough. And that's a really frustrating place to be, especially if you underbid, if you're new and you didn't really know how to bid. That can be even more frustrating because now you've gone into this engagement charging less than less than you should be making, and definitely the company isn't making enough if you were just going in with the idea that, hey, I need to make XYZ. So I want you to really think about what the company needs to make when you're making your prices, and that way when you go into these engagements, it's going to make that a lot easier for you because you really want to be able to expand your business. So as you may have guessed, the one thing that you can do right now to ensure that your business is able to pay you is to start thinking of yourself as the employee of your company and who needs to get paid from the company's revenue instead of all of that revenue being money that is for you. So what is that going to mean for your company? It's going to mean that the company has enough revenue to pay you a percentage of its income. Now, my business is 50%, but for your business, it's going to vary depending on what your goals are and whether you are selling service like online coaching or courses, or whether you're selling a product that has a different price point where maybe 50% is too high in that instance, or maybe 50% is the maximum percentage of the income that's like the maximum you can add on to that product. So your percentages are going to be a little bit different. So too, when you price your services, you're going to have to keep this percentage in mind. So now if I walk into a sales meeting knowing that personally I need to make $150 from an engagement, I can't just ask for $150. I know that now, right? And you should know that with your business too. You don't want to ask for exactly what you need to pay your employee. You want to ask for what you need for the company to maintain itself. And again, you want to make sure that you're providing the best service you can to your client as well. So I know that if I need $150, I need to ask for $300. So that has helped a lot. I was always able to pay myself, but it was just not enough for the business to keep growing. And definitely that business savings, that's really important, was not happening. And again, when tax season would come around, it'd be super frustrating because think, oh, I did so much better this year, but now I have to pay all this money. Well, if it's part of your business plan, it makes that process a lot easier. And third, your company is going to have a budget to work with, because you will know in advance how much of your revenue is going to be available for purchases, for emergency savings, money to pay taxes, and that money to pay you. You're going to have all of that information because you're looking at the money that's coming into your business in a different way. So changing the way you think about your business allows you to have a few things. I made a list of 5. There's probably a lot more. You guys could probably think of something. If you're watching on the replay, you can go ahead and drop in there what you think. Or if you're watching live, you can go ahead and let me know what kind of things you think would change in your business, how would give your company a better chance to do certain things if you change the way that you think about the money coming in. So the 5 that I came up with are having a pricing structure that includes your pay so that the company makes money, but you also are knowing that you're going to get paid for the work that you're doing. You're going to pay yourself consistently so that you don't have to take money out of your business. And you don't want to ever have to take money out of the business account between paydays. And having that set pay schedule, you'll really know. It's really nice to be able to know that you have that money put aside. 3, you can be more objective when you're considering how much to charge. This allows for a better conversation when you're taking on new clients and avoids you being frustrated with how much or how little you're making from each job if it requires more effort. And you've already accounted for that, then you're not going to have that stress that you normally would feel. Number 4, you can keep from rushing to start a new product line before you know for sure which ones are currently working, which ones are not working. So that's another thing that I see a lot of businesses doing. It's part of the reason I think as business owners that we're so busy. Sometimes we need to sit back and look and think about, are we rushing in to make a new product line when we haven't even secured the ones that we have? We haven't made sure that it is covering all of these things in our business, because if it is, and it's doing well, we may not need to start a new product line right away. So something that you can consider. It'll also allow you to have money put away for taxes, so you're not worrying about that coming up, and also the money to hire a bookkeeper so that you can keep up to date on your stuff. So I know I'm super busy business owner too, and there are definitely areas of my business that I need help. I've gotten coaching, I've gotten help in, because you cannot do everything yourself. When you're first starting out, you have to. But as you're going, if you are incorporating this idea that the revenue isn't all of yours into your business, you're going to have money to hire a bookkeeper. One of the really fun ways that I like to do this, if you're not sure if you want to hire someone, or you want to add on another expense to your business, a really neat way to do this is if you were to open another bank account, you can just take the amount of money that expense would cost you and put it into that bank account each month. So now you're not spending it, but you're taking it out of the main pot that you are paying your business expenses with. And then you can see how it goes, see how that works out for you. Because if you can take $300 out a month and put it in another account and you don't actually need it to run your business, or you're not needing it for your day-to-day, then there's your money to hire someone to help you. So just a little tip for you guys. But once you stop thinking of all that company revenue as your money, it does open up a lot of financial possibilities for your business. The benefits you'll discover are less stress about your personal and business finances, which is huge. That is a huge stressor on your family. It's a huge stress on the business itself. You'll have a greater understanding of your business and what it needs now and in the future. You'll know how to price your services or your products so that you can pay yourself. So helping you understand your business, walking you through setting up and using your accounting system. Those are part of what I do as a professional bookkeeper to mentor and help you run your business. So if you're still in the do-it-yourself stage of your business and you're tired of feeling frustrated about your bookkeeping, if you're unsure if you have set up your business correctly, you'd like to feel more confident about these things as tax season approaches, I would like to invite you to join my group coaching program, the Bookkeeping Society. Inside the Bookkeeping Society, we meet weekly to help you fill in those gaps for your back office tasks, your business setup, your bookkeeping, using tools, systems, and mindset that you need so you can bridge that gap between hobby and CEO so that your business that you started in your garage doesn't have to stay there. Using my signature hobby CEO method, I help add systems, tools, and best practices in place as you learn how to do your own bookkeeping and understand the important accounting reports so that you become the CEO of your growing company. We meet on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you're interested in joining me, go ahead and send me a DM and I'll let you know a little bit more about it, and we can see where we can help you. If you've grown too much and you really just need someone to help with your bookkeeping, I can help you there as well. So we can meet, send me a DM and we can figure out when to meet and we can talk about that. But I really want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you if you are watching in the replay. It's really important to start having these conversations so that you can grow your business, so that you can stay motivated. That's the other thing that we do inside the group. You're coming in weekly, then it just gives you an anchor and a place to know that you're focusing on your business. So thank you for being here and joining me for episode 1 of the Bookkeeping Secret Weekly Show. And I hope I'll see you guys on next Wednesday, same time, 11 o'clock a.m. I'll talk to you guys then.